For the session of the 22nd of April 2021, Ozop Energy closed up at $0.1119, an extension of 26.73%. Roughly 23.239 million shares crossed the table, and it's regarded as being above average. We have a position in Ozop Energy, market cap of 490, roughly $500 million, $4.453 billion, rather 4.5 billion shares outstanding, or rather 4.45 billion shares. And there's this news there, and it says that Ozop Energy announces the supplying of equipment for first near net zero microgrid. It says Ozop has announced its wholly subsidiary Ozop Energy Systems has received its initial order for a microgrid generator system for a first of its near kind net zero microgrid building solution. These near net zero microgrids provide the three key benefits driving the paradigm shift to distributed energy, to distributed generation, cost savings, carbon reduction, and resilience. This is an exciting step in Ozop's core strategy to be a leading equipment supplier to the distributed generation space. The near zero microgrid is for a commercial office building located somewhere in Maryland, US. This innovative microgrid project involves a 700 kilowatt EOS energy battery storage solution, a 350 kilowatt PSI natural gas generator, a 65 kilowatt AC solar voltaic system, 2 EV charging stations for charge point, a deep retrofit of the interior light and plug loads, high efficiency motor replacements, and new variable frequency drives. Okay, so yes, I'm sure you must have come across that news. You can always read it up. So moving down, we can see that the RSI is looking up. Price rate of change is flat. The unbalanced volume indicator, I think, is also looking up. MACD is above the histogram. MACD is above zero and rising. MACD histogram is above zero and rising. 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is also rising as well. I think the MACD might be slightly converged or right slightly above the signal line, and it says Ozop appears to be consolidating within a longer term uptrend. Is it consolidating within longer term uptrend? I wouldn't really think it is. Maybe because that the fact that it has been retracing, so that even with this 26.73% extension, it's still regarded as a consolidation, still within that context. So shares are presently above the 200-day moving average, which is rising along the 10-day moving average. However, the average directional index is below 20, indicating that shares have exhibited sideways movement. Comparative relative strength analysis shows it's lagging the S&P 500. Momentum for Ozop is strongly bullish. The 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is rising as investors pay higher prices for shares. No doubt it is rising. The volume for that session was heavier than usual, trading 238.5 million shares versus an average of 132.625 million shares per day during the last 12 months. The unbalanced volume indicator shows that longer term selling pressure has given way to near term accumulation by traders. Its 10-day volatility stands at 383.82%. So we can see that Ozop stock is trading in between its intermediate trend line, that's the 50-day trend line, and the longer term trend line, which is the 200-day trend line, but also above the short term trend lines, the 10-day and the 20-day trend line. So and the 10-day trend line has a value of $0.08. The 20-day has a value of $0.09. Obviously the 50-day has about $0.16. So it had that probably because of the news. It ran up that gain. Let's see whether it was because of the news. Yes, as at okay, not really, because as at the 21st it was already extending. But the folks who got in at the 20th, they really took advantage of the fact that it was trading below all of its short and intermediate trend lines. A technical buy at the moment at that time, when given it had already consolidated for the best part of nearly a month or thereabout. So, but currently now it is just trading above all those short-term trend lines, but still below the intermediate trend line. So we were able to analyze the data, and we can see that where was it again? Ozop closed at 0.0111. Okay, so what does that tell us? You can see this is for one standard deviation. We have that this is the range. If Ozop were to be trading within one standard deviation, this will be where it will be lying. So right now it is not trading, it is trading above, not trading in the one standard deviation for the 10-day trend line. So that's some bullish signal there. So for the 20-day, I think it's also not, it is trading within that one standard deviation for the 20-day trend line, because it's at 111. So we have this, so it's lies between this, it lies in this 20-day trend line. So it's for the 20-day, it is trading in the within one standard deviation. For the 50-day, it is obviously trading below that 50-day trend line range. So what does that tell us? It tells us that there's bullish signals out there, because obviously it's trading within the 10-day trend line. So it's just indicates it's rising, and it's for that 10-day trend line, it's rising, yes, but it's also getting riskier for that trend line if you want to use it as a barometer. For the 20-day, it still lies, it is still very much safe. So it's a balance. For the 10-day, it is above. For the 20-day, it's there. So yeah, it's a balance and mix of things. It's bullish, it's rising. This risk is also the risk of a retracement is also increasing. So, but in the intermediate time, that risk is not there, because of the fact that it's not even anywhere close to that trend lines one standard deviation. So all in all, I would say the stock has extended by 26.73%. It has some bullish signals at the moment. The short-term trend lines are also trying to look up as well. Momentum is also increasing. So, but I will also urge you to just be careful right now. 26% is a huge amount of extension in one session alone. So I know the stock is still very much a penny stock, and it's in the green tech space. But at the same time as well, there's a lot of speculation. There's a lot of rumor that the fundamentals for this company is not so wonderful because of the people who are running it as well. So you have to balance all of those things, and you decide what you're going to do. The risk is gradually growing, even though it's still a penny stock. So it has now escaped its short-term trend lines. So you decide whether you're going to jump in or not. So just observe, watch, and see what's going to happen. Whether it's going to retrace, whether it's going to extend further. If you're really going to get in, just put in a small amount of money and leave some on the sidelines to react if it doesn't go in the direction you want it to go. So if you're new to this channel, subscribe, like, and share. If you're already a subscriber, thank you very much for watching this video.